Hey, Patty, your suitcase sounds fantastic.
Thank you, it's killing me. There's actually blood on my microphone.
This is what we call a cajon what Patty's sitting on, right? So.
Yes, this is a box, a really expensive wooden box that hurts your hands and sounds like shit.
Jesus, we all have our own crosses to bear, so that's okay, right? So, I'm not a religious man, but it's not a bad statement, right? So. Okay, yeah. Back when I was about 16, which I think was about, 1842 or something like that, right? I must be close to 200 years old. Somewhere around there, right? So I'm looking for my age at 200, right? So, okay, sorry, okay, I won't follow that one up, right? Anyways, Dimwit, rest his soul, D.O.A's old drummer, and he drummed in the Four Horsemen, the Point of Sticks, the Subhumans from Vancouver. He brought home this record. It was a street guy, a street performer, like a jug band, acoustic guitar, kind of like this, from New York City. It was called David Peel and the Lower East Side. And we went, wow, that's weird. But they had two big songs on. One song was called Have a Marijuana, and the other one was called Up Against the Wall, Motherfucker. And I'm like, fuck it, we were like about 15 years old, we're putting this on. You know, if your mother came in like, oh, take that shit off, right, type thing, right? So, you know, of course we didn't say shit. Take me off. Anyways, this is a song about marijuana. Anybody here like marijuana? Yes. Okay, now this is my point. You don't have to like marijuana. I stopped smoking 35 years ago. But the one thing that's bullshit is when people go to jail, when people get a criminal record, and the real thing that doesn't make any sense, like everywhere around the world, we spend a lot of money on policemen, judges, jails, to stop people from smoking marijuana. Now, one point I want to make is that back home, when people get really drunk, the police throw them into a thing called a drunk tank. They're drunk, right? It's a drunk tank. But they don't have a marijuana tank because they don't get violent. So, anyways, when I say set the captives free, stop wasting fucking money, it's called marijuana, motherfucker. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, every place around the world when punk rock first started had their seminal places, right? You had the 100 Club in London, you had CBGB's in New York City, the Mabuhay Gardens in San Francisco, the Mass Club in Los Angeles. Goes on and on, wherever you're from. There are probably some places up in Scotland, all around the UK, where this was the first place punk rock took place. Well, in Vancouver, it was an old cabaret called the Smiling Buddha Cabaret. And they had a neon sign up, Buddha, with his big belly sticking out, and it should be good karma. And when we were young punks, we were looking for a place to play. And we drove by the Smiling Buddha, and a friend of mine said, hey, well, why don't you try guys get a gig in there? And it was known being a pretty tough place. I said, are you fucking kidding? People get fucking stabbed in there every fucking night, right? So, of course, 6 months later, that's where we were playing, right? We finally figured out it was the only place, the Smiling Buddha, that would hire punks. Anyways, I was there one night watching the band, Vancouver Subhumans, and I was sitting there with Randy Rampage, the original bass player from D.O.A, and, you know, my girlfriends, and just having a couple beer, and then the Vancouver police came in, and the Vancouver police station, this was really convenient for them. The police station was about 1 block from the Smiling Buddha Cabaret. So I figured they thought that was good. They could come down and arrest everybody they wanted when they wanted to. So they came in, and I guess they knew me from being in D.O.A, and they tapped me on the shoulder and said, you're coming with us. And I said, what for? And they said, for being drunk and disorderly. Now I only had 2 beer, and you know, I have been drunk and disorderly plenty of times. This just wasn't one of those times, right? So, but when I stood up, I managed to knock the policeman over on his ass. So he got a little bit mad. They put me in a chokehold. They beat us up, and they threw about 30 of us in jail for that, right? But we wrote this song about it. It's called "Woke Up Screaming."
They do. Just know I'm sick of this crowd, and I do. Because it took me a big debut. It wasn't what was or what I do. It was just being alive. I'm my own side. Took a chance on the other side. Wasting my time. That's I had dreamed, I saw a scene, I saw a man hang on a bee. Next it was, I woke up screaming. I wasn't dreaming. It wasn't what was or what I do. It wasn't anything to do with you. It was just being alive. I'm my own child. Took a chance on the other side. Down inside. Stop wasting my time.
Thank you. Now this next one, a big hand for our buddy Bill. He's been helping tour manage and doing the sound for D.O.A the whole tour. Buddy of ours from, he's a Dutch guy. He's a great guy.
Super action figure Bill with kung fu grip.
And my buddy Darren from Multhgard from Brisbane's around here somewhere. He's helping us out. And yeah, it's nice to see some old friends here. It's pretty cool. So, this next one, we just got a couple more. How's the time going? I guess it's going okay. We haven't got bottled off stage yet. That's usually a bad sign when that happens, right? Don't get any funny ideas. Okay. Anyways, funny ideas. How you doing? Nice to see you. Oh, back about this is ancient history too, but back now over here, of course, you had Margaret Thatcher, you know, the Iron Lady was their tough, she was a tough battle axe, shall we say, right? Back around the same time in the United States, the guy who actually did the most to keep punk rock going wasn't Jello Biafra or anybody like that. It was former President Ronald Reagan, right? And when he got elected in 1980, yeah, people said, who's the most influential guy in punk rock? And they all, Johnny Rotten and Joe Strummer. I go, no, it's Ronald Reagan, right? So, because that's kind of how hardcore started. We got the idea to do Hardcore 81. But anyways, in 1980, when he was going to be crowned as the Republican candidate in Detroit City, Michigan, we got flown there, but actually drove there, with some friends to do an outdoor show, like an anti-Ronald Reagan protest, right? So we're playing there as about 2,000 people are like, dancing around. The Toxic Reasons, another fine band from Dayton, Ohio, was playing. Then we got there and played. And about 2,000, like troublemakers, which basically are always good friends of D.O.A, troublemakers. And we're having a party in this park. But as we're playing, we look down the street and we see this mob coming towards us, right? And what it is, it's a mob of 2,000 people for Ronald Reagan. And they come, they've all got signs like, commie fags, go home, love it or leave it, we love America, Ronald Reagan's the great, reinstitute the draft, stuff like that, it's not forward-looking thinking stuff. Anyway, so what happens as D.O.A's on stage, the two sides come together and they're having like a pitched battle. But out come like 100 Detroit policemen all in riot gear. So I thought, okay, they got this under control because they knew what was happening. And so the Detroit police separated the two mobs, except everybody took their picket signs and they're smashing each other over the head over top of the police line. And of course the police were taking in the head as it went along. So we're going along, we said, what the fuck should we do now? And somebody said, you should play Fucked Up Ronnie.